I'm a little short man today.
There you
go. Uno, dos, tres. I learned Spanish just for this.
Just now?
Yeah.
On the way here?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I downloaded it into my brain.
I didn't know you were in the
my
Matrix.
Wi-Fi brain.
Shall I call you?
My space brain.
Neo?
You can call me Neon, like the John Mayer song.
Okay. I was thinking the Dodge car.
The what?
The Dodge car that came out in the 90s.
The what?
The car made by Dodge. It's called a Neon.
But who made it?
Dodge.
What's that?
That's a car company.
What do they do?
They make
Why? Like an annoying toddler.
Dodge,
so
yeah.
I went to the Savannah Bananas game last night.
Oh,
My
yeah.
mom, she had a couple of friends in town. It was pretty cool. They do it right. You know, you pay like $18 to get in, and then hot dogs, hamburgers, and soft drinks are free. Pay for beer and liquor. Like, they do it right. Unfortunately, like, it's like, I feel like I was the only one actually watching the game. It's such a hype experience. Like, that's all. It's EDM music, 80s pop ballads the whole time. Like, just constantly, like, in between innings, there's always a bass race or whatever. It's just it's overwhelming. And I was just focused on the game. I went and I stood by myself. Didn't want to talk to anybody. And but yeah, it was fun. Other than, why was I bringing that up?
I don't know.
Because you're talking about Dodge cars. There's a toddler race. Because I was asking questions like a toddler. It was pretty cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had these little toddlers crawl to their moms. It was sweet.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
went
good
the
idea.
first season they played.
2016.
Yeah, I think so. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, I think those guys, they owned another baseball team like that, so they really knew how to do it coming in. Because that was one of the saddest things about this town was the Savannah Sandgnats for a long time. Like, nobody went. And this, I think they sell out every game.
Yeah, that's why we haven't been.
Every single game they sell out, and I remember you would go to a Sandgnats game, you could sit wherever the fuck you wanted. There was a couple of guys that had like season tickets that's all they did is they win and they would sit right behind home plate, but you could sit pretty much anywhere you wanted.
Oh yeah, we went to one Sandgnats game. I guess the last season they here. I guess it was 2015. It was right after we moved here. Because I was excited because Macon at that point couldn't keep minor league baseball, so I was excited to have it. But which is great because Macon now has a team that plays the Bananas, the Macon Bacon. In fact, my parents have not season tickets, but I think it's like they have like X amount of games and they get all the goodies, the hot dogs and the whatnots. So,
and what's cool about it, it's all college kids.
Yeah.
And it's like a scouting opportunity for them. And it seems like they have a really good time with it. You know, it's obviously more of a show than it is a baseball game. But they seem to really enjoy it. So.
And they play. I mean, they play more harder than some of the big money guys.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's good to see the kids out there and really playing. So yeah, I like that. I think it's done a lot for this city.
It's a fun time. There's people that are way too into it for sure. Like yelling at the other players, like "fuck you." There's one guy that just like Macon Bacon would strike out, and he would be like, "See ya." It's like, all right, settle down, buddy.
That's just how anybody feels about Macon, though.
Well, yeah, or just he's way too invested in the home. It's like, all right, settle down. You know what I realized? You know what I realized last night?
What?
Sports teams are a lot like cults.
Yes. Yeah. I have a friend who is he's from Massachusetts, and he is a major Red Sox fan.
Where?
Massachusetts.
Who?
It's a state.
And what?
Anyway.
Why?
I'm literally doing a podcast with Corky from Life Goes On.
I have no idea who that is.
You're going to have to research it because I am
is.
not getting into it. You'll have to research it.
Go ahead and talk.
But anyway, he is, and he is a good friend of mine. I love him to death. He used to live across the street from me when we first moved here. And when I followed baseball, I was a Yankees fan. And he would get so, like, we would have like this friendly battle during baseball season because I like the Yankees and he's a dyed-in-the-wool Red Sox fan. So it was a lot of fun because he was so vested in his team Did you just figure out who Corky was?
Well, it was on for 4 seasons, I guess.
Yeah.
And the opening theme was Oobla Dee Oobla Da by the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
Great song about beating your wife.
Yeah.
So anyway, just like most Beatles songs. So you guys had a rivalry.
And, I mean, that was about it. But he was like totally like, he is so like, that's like his religion.
Go Sox. Go fucking Sox.
So, in fact, one season we had a little rivalry where I had a Yankees flag hanging off my front porch, and he had a Red Sox flag off his front porch. So it was a couple of times where it was Yankees Sox played, each other. Mm-hmm. So we would wager on the game, and the loser had to fly the other person's flag for a week on their front porch.
Yeah. So there's that reminds me, there's a big rivalry in Montana. It's University of Montana Grizzlies and then the Montana State Bobcat Cougars. Yeah. Montana State Cats, I think is the thing. But anyway, so I was a big Grizz fan, and my neighbor was a big Montana State fan. So he would hang the Montana State college flag, and I would hang the flag of Nazi Germany. And
now you lived in Missoula, and that's where University of Montana is, right?
Yeah, I was close. I was outside of it. It was so it's Missoula, and then you get into the Bitterroot Valley, and there's a string of towns between Missoula, and then the next big town is Hamilton. Mm-hmm. So it was Missoula, Lolo, and then Florence, and I lived in Florence. So it was like 20 minutes outside.
And Kalispell?
Kalispell is north. Okay. So Missoula, you head kind of northwest, and it's up closer to like Glacier.
Okay.
And then there's like Whitefish is near there. So yeah, Kalispell's cool.
Yeah, when we went through Montana, we went through Kalispell on our way to Missoula.
Mm-hmm. So you guys went from north to south.
Yeah, we were coming from
North Dakota.
Yeah, we were. We were coming from initially from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Cubs. Stop through Minnow. Might not.
I don't remember if we did. I know we decided when we got to the Badlands that we wanted to camp out in the Badlands.
It's a good call.
Yeah. So we get there, and we have parking and all, and we had carried like hiking and camping gear because we basically camped across the country. So we get there, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna hike out and we're gonna camp at the Badlands, and they're like, that's fine. Here's some of the rules. You have to camp at least a mile away from the road. And if you've ever seen the Badlands, it took us about 4 or 5 hours to hike a mile.
Oh, yeah.
And they also told us that, once you set up camp, you're not allowed to have any kind of fire.
Oh, prairie fire.
They don't want to burn all the sawgrass.
Yeah.
They also didn't tell us that there was 4-foot sawgrass everywhere.
Yep.
And so we hiked out there, found our plateau to camp on, and it's beautiful out there. But we, of course, well, I mean,
if you're into that,
well, it was anyway
different. So
we go to open up our packs since we couldn't cook anything. We had some crackers, warm beer, and I think some beef jerky. Yeah. And of course, it gets dark out there, early, and when it gets dark out there, it gets dark because there's nothing out there anyway.
No. Especially if there's cloud cover and there's no moon and stars.
I think it was a pretty clear day, and of course, we get out there and I set up camp, and immediately I have to poop.
Yep.
So I had to go.
There's 4 foot tall sawgrass.
No, I went down off the plateau and went behind another
campsite.
No, we were the only ones out there. There was nobody out there.
Yeah,
and I had to squat up against a boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Poop. Which, guess what else we didn't have with us?
Toilet paper.
That's right, buddy.
Use that beef jerky. Use those crackers wisely.
But anyway, I made about
Sounds like a fun trip.
It was a fun trip. I'd like to maybe one day write my own Steinbeck, not Steinbeck, Kerouac-esque.
On the road. And then I took a hot shit.
In the Badlands.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. And it was 20-something years ago when I did it.
I got a lot of beeping to do.
You do.
I think.
You do. You do.
Also, a little bit of gain adjustment for the audience.
Yes, thank you, audience. All right.
Not from the audience, for the audience.
the audience.
Fuck you, audience. You didn't have anything to do with that decision. All right.
They voted. All right.
You can apologize now.
For what? Showing up?
Go ahead.
Do I need to tell them why I'm apologizing?
Mm-hmm.
So Brennan had his first comedy show this week, and unfortunately, I was not able to go. Work comes first. Unfortunately, life comes first, and me and Trish have had the busiest of weeks, and so sorry, buddy. Sorry I didn't make it out there.
I forgive you.
Like I said, I was probably in bed before you were done with your set, so I'll do it again. So now I've apologized.
I forgive you.
Thank you. I felt bad. I really did.
Do you want to know how you're going to make it up to me?
Does this have to do with OnlyFans?
No. So
Please tell me.
you are obligated to come to my next show that I book,
Yes.
and we're gonna film it docu style. You're gonna follow me around with a camera. I'll talk to the other comedians on the show and see if it's okay if we release little bits of their set if they're killing. Because I have like a lot of cool things that I do on show night that are pretty fun. Like I go outside and I carnival bark at people, which is really fun. So you're gonna film that.
Is this supposed to be a punishment?
No.
Because it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'll
that's
tell
how
you
you're gonna.
that.
That's yeah. So,
Yeah.
the other way you're gonna make this up to me is I'm gonna buy this really nice guy in the scene. He films all the sets, and he filmed my set. So I'm gonna get the file from him tomorrow, and then you're gonna put it after the outro on the podcast. So you're gonna put the video up of me doing stand up on this episode. Yeah,
Okay. I can do that.
yeah, and then so. I think that was the sad thing is that I was really happy for you to come, and Sam was also going to come, and Sam also couldn't make it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But normally...
And it was the reason why it was bad is because I actually did surprisingly well.
Oh.
So it was like if I had sucked a bag of dicks, it would have been a little bit more bearable. It's like, oh, okay, good, they didn't see it, but actually everybody on the bill killed that night.
Yeah, I saw it was a pretty full ticket.
Yeah. It was it was a good night of comedy. And then next show I book.
Definitely.
We be doing that. And then just tag the back end of this with the video I send you.
I'll do it.
Episode 14.
This is episode 14.
If I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, when I make a commitment, if I have to cancel, it's not because I wanted to go out and get drunk because I could have done that in front of your set.
Right.
But no, we just have had that kind of week.
It's okay.
And I was just physically exhausted, and I was like, even if I went and watched you play, and even if I didn't even drink, just being out that late, and I would have been shot. And poor Trish, she's trying to pull, me and her with our job that we do together, and her job, it's just we're getting out of control.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Child trafficking isn't a job, by the way, just so you know.
It's a career. Hey, I gotta get them kids.
If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
I gotta get them kids off that U-Haul truck, into my cellar, and then back out in the middle of the night.
It's hard.
You try doing it and keeping them quiet.
No.
I don't know how the Catholic priests do it.
Well, they threaten them with eternal damnation.
Oh, I just take
eternal damnation if you don't suck this dick.
And what if one of them dies? Now I got to go dig a hole. Or go out to the landfill, or go to the river.
Go to the Badlands.
Go to the Badlands.
You don't even have to bury a body out there. Nobody's going to run into it.
That's the thing. If something had happened to us out there,
nobody would have known.
We'd probably our corpses would still be laying out there.
Yeah. Luckily, you're on a plateau, so there is like a little bit of a geographical distinction. But if you guys weren't, there's no chance of anybody finding you if you're a mile from your car.
Ever. And this is before like cell phones and GPS and all that stuff. So we didn't take the bag phone out there. We did have a bag phone. We didn't drag it out there because it was like 40 pounds. So, but yeah. But yeah, I'll be your Michael Moore. I'll be your...
I'm my own Michael Moore. Thank you very much.
I'm going to blame everything that goes wrong in your comedy show. Oh, no. It never goes dark like that.
Oh, you know why?
Why?
Because I forgot to do something.
Uh-oh. We got to start over?
Yeah.
Great. Great.
It's okay. We'll just do everything exactly like we just did it.
Okay. No.
I forgot my sunglasses, that's why.
Oh, you just forgot to plug it up. It's still recording.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
This is the level of professionalism that I bring to the table.
Well, it's about 3 steps above mine. There you go. Okay.
I feel like I'm more like 12 steps above yours.
I'm not getting tricked in 12 steps
little
again.
AA,
Yeah,
AA joke too.
I
was in so many places that required AA, even if you weren't an alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of where I feel like I got my start. Maybe not in stand-up, but yeah, that's when those AA classes, they really take it out of you. I just started making shit up because it was fun and nobody would call you on it because they weren't allowed to.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like talk about how I overdosed on heroin like every night for a week straight and stuff. So that was like my first attempt at storytelling, really, because you're so fucking bored. If you're not an alcoholic and you're an AA,
yeah,
I don't know if there's anything worse. Maybe if you're a non-believer and you show up to a religious service, I don't know why you would do that, but pretty boring.
Yeah, I couldn't. I've never been to an AA meeting because that would just be me giving up.
Yeah. On life. I'm still going to drink, but...
Yeah. And that would be the thing. Like, I had an old friend who he enjoyed his beverages, and he was a little bit older than me. He's not with us anymore, but he was telling me one time, he said, I used to date this old gal. That's how he talked. He said, she wanted me to go to an AA meeting. He said, I went to one AA meeting. He goes, man, I got out of there. He goes, man, I had to have a drink. It's like, I never went back. I wasn't more dating her. I was like, yeah, don't let her make you give up on your dreams.
Yeah, right.
Sir?
Who?
Sir?
Wait, why? Like that guy from Doogie Howser or whatever.
Life goes on. Corky.
Oopla-dee, oopla-da, life goes on.
Are we doing this?
Blah.
Oh,
We did land on.
I don't even know where it landed.
We'll call that a fake flip. Hey!
All right, good. We get to start with something tolerable first.
You're right.
I had a theme going. Did you catch up on the theme?
Good bands making shitty music.
No.
Was I right?
No, you're not right.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you positive?
I'm positive. That's all in the eye of the ear of the beholder.
What?
It was the ear.
What did you just say?
That was all in
You
the
want to
ear.
give it another swing there, Tiger?
It was good bands who stepped out of their realm and just did something something completely different.
Stepped out of their realm. They
You're
went
talking-
they went a mile off the road in the
You're talking
Badlands.
like you don't remember the garbage you gave me to listen to.
This week?
Yes.
I think you mean songs
Garbage?
that will stand the test of time. Gucci
I've-
flip flops, gonna get your bitch on the side.
I've never come so close to literally cracking my iPhone so I could slit my wrist with it.
That is not true at all.
It is almost true.
We've listened to Gucci Gang on this channel.
I know, and I finally found its counterpart, but we'll get to that.
No.
Oh,
Something
my.
worse than Gucci Gang?
Oh my God, we'll get to it because
That's my new weekly goal.
God. I literally and this
Gucci flip flops.
and this was the week that I was I was sober pretty much most of the week because I had such a busy week. No, I really was, except for like one night, and this made it so hard to have like a sober week. Seriously.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
I did. So we'll get to that. First, we're going to get to the first song I gave you. Mm-hmm. Danzig's.
Glenn Beck. Oh, sorry.
Glenn Beck. Glenn, or it's Danzig.
I thought it was Glenn Beck. He was in the Chris Fits. The Fitbits, sorry.
Hang on 1 second. Danzig, off his second album, Danzig 2, Lucifuge. That's a word he made up. The song is I'm the One, and it is just a blues-esque tune.
That was very blues.
Yeah, very.
About as redundant blues as you can get.
But it was something different. Go ahead. I know you didn't like it, so go ahead.
I didn't mind it. It was okay. It was boring. Just that style, it's formulaic, and
Oh, yeah.
I liked his voice. It was very, because I think Danzig has a very unique sounding voice, but in this, it may have just been the accompaniment style, but it really reminded me of like Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the whole like the Roadhouse blues kind of feel. When they covered "Who Do You Love," yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of. Is that like that deeper kind of baritone? And he, he was singing, I think, a lot more cleaner than he normally does.
He was,
which was interesting. Sticking to that kind of lyrical, what would you call it? Style, though, like very evil, twisty things.
Yeah, even he can make the blues more evil than Robert Johnson, which is hard to.
He got murdered. I didn't know that.
Robert Johnson?
Recently. Yeah, he was playing at a party or something and wound up dead.
Well, he made that deal with the devil at the crossroads. His time was up.
I think a bunch of white guys got together and killed him.
Somebody killed him.
No,
But anyway,
I think that's right.
you'll have to read into it. His whole history is interesting, but we'll get
His
to
recording process was cool.
Yes, it was very
Did
cool.
it in a hotel room.
Yeah, and he played rhythm and lead, and literally at the same time on the same.
Oh yeah. Well, he only had one microphone.
Yeah. And I think he only had one guitar,
Oh yeah.
and there was only one person. He didn't have like a. They didn't like track those things. He just recorded straight onto the.
That was way
onto the
before
acetate.
multi-track recording.
Yeah. You're lucky if you get one track.
Yeah. You know actually who invented multi-track recording?
Who?
Les Paul.
For some reason, I think I might have known that.
Yeah. It was good. I want his full name.
Lester Paul.
Yeah, right.
Snake-eyed boy.
Or maybe it was
Leo Fender.
no, it wasn't.
Jim Marshall. Skip Peavy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Les Paul, yeah. But I know that's not his like real name.
Well, I think he changed it when he was.
Well, it's Lester Paulfuss.
Yeah.
Paulsfuss. I knew it wasn't
His name was Lester Paulfuss.
Yeah. He broke his arm in a car accident with his girlfriend. He had a wife at the time. And then he got them to fuse the bone at a right angle so he could still play guitar. So his arm was just like stuck like this.
Because he didn't want to stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of 45s of him and Mary Ford back in the day. Now, Mary Ford, was his wife, correct?
I think that was the girlfriend.
That was the girlfriend.
Eventually they got married, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Les Paul was a very faithful man.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, he was a musician. A famous musician.
Thanks.
This
is how you remind me of what I really am.
It's not my fair.
Say sorry. Don't want to go to that puddle of mud show. Anyway.
But anyway, so thoughts, opinions, other than what you just said, and went totally off topic.
Hey, I don't think it's right for me. Even as an ex-drinker, it just really sucks your soul out.
Some of the song.
Oh,
not AA.
I think Glenn Danzig needs a little AA.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I just feel like there's probably better Danzig songs.
Oh, there's much better Danzig songs.
Am I Evil? Is that
Am I Demon?
Am I Demon? What's the evil one? There's evil in the title.
Yes, several with evil in the title.
Me be evil. Me be Stone Man.
But yeah, that's why I put it on the list. It was something completely
Mother.
out of his normal capacity. It was just something different that he did. That's what the whole list of those songs is.
Should have
about.
stuck to the formula there, Danzig.
Well, he only did it once, and then now
Thank God. It was okay. It was just boring.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and you have to think that song is also 31 years old.
So 90s?
1990 is when that album came out.
I feel like I just, probably better stuff off that album, right?
Oh, that's my favorite Danzig album, and that's not my favorite track by any means. There's a lot of great songs on that record. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm not going to pull anything else from Danzig 2. I want you to listen to Danzig 2. It's a great record.
Why?
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just going to start putting them in this
podcast.
There
you go.
Then you're going to have to.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. But that was just a one-off, little blues ditty he just wanted to do, just because.
Yeah.
Because he'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. It felt like I don't know. Like felt like a knockoff brand.
I mean, it's Danzig. I mean, I didn't expect him to be, the blues master.
Well, but I think that's the thing. Is like it's just like boring.
Okay, well,
like stick to your own formula. Don't just.
Well, I mean, you just want to try something different.
He shouldn't have. He should have stayed in your lane, Danzig. I don't know. I just think there could have been an expansion on this. Like I get it because the lyrics were kind of his own. Mm-hmm. But then at that point, it's like, well, just write a better song. Mm-hmm. Like write better music to go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it was just a simple blues.
Exactly. Right. It's like what a kid learns in early guitar classes, and then it's like, oh, I'm just gonna put my lyrics over it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Like way to be original.
Well, I don't think he recorded it for it to be analyzed to death. I think he just recorded it for fun. Then he shouldn't have
recorded it.
No, people record things for fun all the time.
Yeah. Like OnlyFans.
I mean, I'm sure, a lot more went into Gucci flip-flops than Danzig's.
Yes. A modern classic, if you will.
Then I don't want the world to continue.
I'm not sure if I really wanted it to stand the test of time, but I'm not sure it stood the test of 2018 or whenever it came out.
Well, let's segue right into it.
Okay.
Because I'm ready to get this.
Can I make fun of? Wait, what do you want to get over with?
Just this song. I want to get this song over with.
Can I make fun of Danzig some more?
I guess. I love Danzig, but you can make fun of him all you want.
I'm sorry he was mean to you. I know that's a real sore spot. Get off my trailer, you potato.
He's never mean to me.
Glenn Danzig. I thought he was mean to you.
No, he wasn't mean to me.
Who was mean to you?
Nobody.
Somebody famous was mean to you.
Not that I remember.
Who hurt you, Jonathan? Who did the bad thing?
Aaron Lewis. Well, anyway, we'll leave him alone this episode.
He just walked right out the door.
He did. He just left. He didn't even plug in his guitar.
Well, he doesn't need to.
Well, I mean, he came in, ate all the chicken wings, and then left.
I remember my first Super Bowl party. Anyway.
I don't.
Gucci flip-flops. Better get my fries on the side. Yeah, I did it. Did it all by myself.
Please tell me why it took 15 people to write this song. Oh, you want to introduce the song first? I'm sorry.
I thought I just did.
Who?
Gucci Flip-Flops by, what's her name? Bhad Bhabie.
Bhad Bhabie.
Bhad Bhabie.
But it's spelled like with
H's.
Like 10 extra consonants.
Apparently, so I think she was underage at the time this song came out, when she started her popular. So this girl was famous when she was 14 because she went on the Dr. Phil show, and she's the "Cash Me Outside, how about that girl?"
Oh, that's who that is?
That's who this is, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And so she became a meme, got really famous. Apparently, she tried turning her life around at one point, but then, Hollywood execs take over, and then it's like, oh, you can make a ton of money if you double down on this. And she's had a couple of hit songs over the years. She cleared $1 million her first day on OnlyFans, but she didn't do anything, which good for her.
Yeah.
Make your image really work for you without having to do anything. But yeah, this is did you like the music video at least?
I didn't watch the music video. I'm sorry.
That was the only thing. That was the whole thing this week. Did you watch Rockstar?
No, I didn't watch any music
Did you
videos.
watch?
I listened to the songs many, many times, as many times as I could, and I did. I thought you only wanted me to watch the music video for that one that you left off.
Did you watch that?
No. I couldn't. These songs were terrible.
Yes, but there's a reason I wanted you to watch the music videos.
Then I misconstrued you. I thought you wanted me to watch that one music video. I'll watch them later. I'm sure they're
Oh, after we record the podcast? Thanks, Jonathan. David Spade shows up in this music video.
Oh, okay.
As a milkman.
Oh, God. It was hard to sit through just listening to it.
You know what? The challenge this week was going to be for you to chug a Bud Light before we got into the Post Malone song. You're going to have to chug a Bud Light now to make up for this.
I will.
Okay.
On air.
You don't have to do it on air.
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
I'll do it at Moods.
I wasn't going to do it. But now you forced my hand. God, the music video is the whole point.
I swear you didn't tell me to watch that music video. I'm checking because I might be wrong. You're like, oh, you did. I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. My fault.
I think I dropped the ball on something at one point too.
Yeah, so we're even. Sorry about that. I read it wrong. I did read it wrong. You didn't want me to watch the music.
I'm going to jerk off somewhere in your house and not tell you where.
Oh, well, since most of my house is where
other
the people live.
I'm going to break in one night when there's nobody there. And all you're going to hear through the walls is, I'm squirting. And then I hop back out the window.
Okay. Okay.
So you didn't like the song?
That song, like, I mean, I'm not being ugly. Is she retarded? I mean, is she like mentally challenged?
Yes.
Is there something wrong with her?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then that makes sense.
Called being too famous, too young.
No. She doesn't have any like skill as far as songwriting. That was stupid.
Yes. This is what fame is now. You don't have to have talent.
Then I'm glad I listened to stuff that isn't famous.
Yeah. No, it's not about that. It's not about being good at something.
Then what is it about? Being stupid?
Yes.
Then she wins.
Yes.
I literally was like, I didn't know Lil Pump had a sister, a twin sister. This could be his female counterpart.
I'm sure
those two should go on tour together.
Sex. I'm sure they have.
And because I would want to see the crowd so I could carpet bomb it. Darwinism ain't working quick enough, brother. Let's get that crowd together and just
murder everybody.
Murder all of them. Sorry. That is. Sorry, I'm just.
Did you like anything? Did you like the music video? Oh wait, it's so funny because halfway through it,
you're using David Spade as a selling point.
But it was funny. It was like you're watching and you're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, and then David Spade shows up and you're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, this song is terrible.
But she's super hardcore. She shoots guns out her convertible window in the winter.
Good for
you
her.
Can't relate to that? I think there's a little bit.
No, because
of this
I
song
can
in all
actually speak in complete sentences.
My bitch love do cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, like, I literally needed a translator for half of these lyrics. And I would, every time I listened to it, I had the lyrics up. And I was like, I don't know what this person's saying. Is this like, I mean,
I wonder how much a pair of Gucci flip-flops cost.
And I don't, what gets me is these kids are like throwing Gucci around like it's something that they've just discovered or they invented. You know, kids, Gucci's been around for over 40 years. This isn't anything new.
Holy shit.
What?
$290.
For Gucci flip-flops.
Ooh, Cotty's fish flip-flops. $23 on Cotty's. Whoa. I don't want your cookie policy, Gucci. I didn't even click on it. Gucci's like, you want this? You want this shit? I bet these things look disgusting.
They probably are hideous.
Whoa, $390 to $520
for flip-flops. You realize my entire outfit right now is probably under $200. Yeah. Maybe even under $150. Everything that
Hang
I've got
on,
my
now
body.
you gotta watch something.
The naked chicken chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
Oh wow, is that really a thing? The naked chicken chalupa?
We're sponsored.
We'll just mute this part out.
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Oh, you think this is?
Is your mommy home? Bitch, I am at home, mom's not home.
Bitch, you just hired me the fuck. I know I speak Chinese.
Am I at the right house?
Yeah, bitch, you must have the wrong house. The fuck you got going on? Your ugly ass milk trying to poison me and shit. I don't know where the fuck you got that milk from. Definitely ain't on no fucking cow.
I'm gonna go and come back.
Big payoff. Gucci flip flops. Watch you with your bitter to stop.
So she's retarded, right? And like she's legit. Like gets a check every month.
I mean, she definitely gets a check every month. Them royalties.
It doesn't matter.
This is the state of the music industry, brah.
I hate it.
Well, it ain't what it used to be, but maybe that's a good thing sometimes. Maybe not in this case, but
I'll take Madonna and Cyndi Lauper over that any day of the
who's
week.
Cyndi Lauper?
You don't know? Girls just want to have fun.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, that's one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. It's on my Desert Island playlist.
Is it really?
No.
I was about to say.
Phone rings.
In the middle of the night, my father yells,
"What you
gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy, please, girl, you're still number one.
But girls,
They wanna have fun." You know, that was Captain Lou Alzado, the wrestler that was in that video.
Who?
Captain Lou. Never mind.
I didn't watch that video this week. You didn't say I had to.
I didn't put that song on the list. Songs I gave you didn't have videos.
Yeah, they did.
None of them had a music video.
I made them. None of the songs you've ever pitched have a music video.
That's right.
I just realized the point of this show.
Finally. So we're moving on.
Gucci
flip-flops. Big thumbs down.
Watch a big rock. Diamonds.
If you
coming
like
off
this
on my
song,
clock.
then you're not. This is not the the podcast for you, and I'm sorry.
If you like it or if you don't like it.
If you like it,
This is exactly the podcast for them.
okay. Well, don't send me fan mail.
It's like you're figuring out what this podcast is about for the first time.
This song's terrible. I would rather shove that unicorn in any orifice in my body than ever have to listen to that song again.
Okay, Dick Hole, let's go.
I don't have to listen to that song again.
That's right, yeah.
Moving on.
All right.
You already flipped it. I think number 2 was Pantera, Suicide Note Part 1. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Go ahead.
Well, it is.
It's not. Go ahead.
No, because I put the third one last because it was the last song on that album. I did it on purpose.
Oh.
So, yes,
You're like the serial killer who sets the code back to the
I do.
specific number on the lock.
So this was from Pantera's fourth album, The Great Southern Trendkill, Suicide Note Part 1. I didn't mean to give you such a depressing song,
That's all you do.
but I wanted to give you this song because it was...
Remember that week you gave me 3 songs about suicide in a row?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were happy tunes. This
It's
is
a really
just,
good week to drop that on me.
This is just sorry. This was just the most out of the spectrum Pantera song that they have.
You mean on the spectrum?
Whatever. I don't. I'm not even. I don't even know what that means. I'm not gonna high five you.
You think Bad Baby's on the spectrum?
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, gotcha. I had to come back around. But yeah, it's just because they've done some quote ballads before, like Cemetery Gates and Hollow, and but they always have a heavier rocking part, and this one it's just somber all the way through. Mm-hmm. And so it was just something different. You probably hate it because you know.
I didn't mind it. It was okay.
Okay, thoughts?
I didn't
Hopes, dreams?
understand what he was talking about. No. Would you look at me? Can you tell I'm a man? Scars on my wrist to prove I'll try again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Like, what does being a man have to do with suicide? Is it just like?
Well, it's not a pro-suicide song. No, it's not.
What is it?
It's an anti-suicide song. Did you listen to all the lyrics? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's just about, going through it again and like, with the scars on my wrist, can't you tell I'm a man? Like, he's trying to make himself look like a man because he could do it. Like he was tough enough to slit his wrists. But it's obviously not,
I must not have caught the other side of the message.
You didn't. I don't know. But he's going through a lot. Cheap cocaine, dry inhale. Mm-hmm. He's a drug addict. He was also suicidal.
Tendencies.
Mm-hmm. Send me your money. Sorry, a little throwback.
What's that? I forget the lead singer's name.
Suicidal?
No.
Oh, Pantera?
Yeah.
Phil Anselmo.
Phil Anselmo,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I love him.
He has a funny video. It's him trying to teach a guy how to metal scream. Have you ever seen it? He's like, take a drag off your cigarette. It's a really funny video. He got in some hot water a couple years ago because he made a white wine joke.
Yeah, white power, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's redeemed himself now. He's actually kind of like the nice guy in metal. So he got into it. There was this whole thing between him and the brothers from Pantera, Dimebag and Vinnie Paul. In fact, Dimebag's widow wouldn't let Phil come to Dom's funeral.
Oh, why not?
Because he
wrote this song.
No,
Sorry.
Just because they were just had a riff between them, and over time though, Vinnie Paul never ever made peace with Phil. Phil got better, quit being a drug addict, and got himself better. Dimebag's widow finally buried the hatchet together, and it was all cool and well. But Vinnie Paul refused to, I don't know, be a decent person, and
Vinnie Paul was the drummer.
Yeah, and then he died just a few years ago.
Oh, good. No, sorry, just kidding.
But Vinnie Paul was never the same after Dimebag got killed. So I think Vinnie Paul just kind of.
And why did he get why did he get murdered again?
Because some idiot blamed him for Pantera.
Oh, that's
breaking
yeah.
up.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, Phil's gotten himself.
Did he go to prison or did he walk?
Oh. No, he got blasted with a shotgun.
Did he really?
Yeah. The first cop to show up on the scene came up behind the stage, back around on the stage, and
they were performing.
They had just started playing.
Wait, Pantera?
No, it was after Pantera broke up. It was their second band called Damage Plan.
Oh, okay, yeah, I kind of remember this. I kind of remember reading this. So they were playing a show, and a guy showed up and killed him.
They had just started playing, and the guy walked up on stage and just opened fire on Dimebag.
God damn.
And then turned around and started shooting people in the audience. He was trying to find Vinnie Paul to shoot him.
Jesus Christ.
And no, yeah, this is like real deal. And so one of the roadies grabbed Vinnie Paul and took him out. Mm-hmm. So like a bouncer or somebody tried to stop him, and he shot him dead. And then one of the road crew, the roadies jumped up there and was fighting him and trying to stop him, and he didn't kill him, but he kept shooting him, and he was holding him like hostage. And by then, of course, the 911 call had gone out, and so a cop showed up, and it's like security footage doesn't show the whole thing, but he comes around the back of the stage, and he's got a shotgun, and he just sits there, and he was saying he just waited for his moment, and you see him just go pop, and dude dropped.
Damn.
And he had a hostage, and he still hit the guy, didn't hit the hostage. Yep.
I wonder if he had a slug round.
I don't know. Yeah. But he took him out.
Damn.
But I think 4 or 5 people were killed that night.
Jesus.
Not counting the gunman himself, because we don't count him.
Right.
But yeah, Dimebag, he shot him like 4 times in the head. Like they said they don't think Dom knew what hit him because they were just like starting the show, so he was just kind of doing his intro solo and just kind of jamming, and then pop, 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 pop.
What the fuck?
And that was it.
This is in the 90s?
No, this happened 2004.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, December 2004. The same day that John Lennon got killed. December 8th.
But years in the 80s.
Yeah. John Lennon was killed in 1980.
Damn. So that guy really had some stuff planned out then.
He was crazy.
Do you think he knew, or it was just a coincidence?
I think it was a coincidence.
Really?
Yeah.
Those things are always so weird.
Because they said they'd kind of track, after the fact, they were able to track his movements, and he had actually been at another show before that, and for some reason he wasn't able to get in.
Oh, it was okay, yeah.
So this is like his second or third attempt to get in.
So he's a real pro Phil guy then.
Yeah. But he was just crazy. It's like, it really,
It seems so counterintuitive. You love this band, so I'm gonna kill I'm gonna kill one of the members.
Right. So yeah,
Just a wackadoo.
crazy.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it was because I thought Don Bag was a really good guitar player. Mm-hmm. You know, so. But, and then Vinnie Paul, he played some music.
Did he blame Phil for his brother's death?
No.
Is that what was? Okay.
No, they were already had a rift between them before that.
just personality clashes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they couldn't move forward with Pantera, and then they eventually broke up Pantera and started Damage Plan, which wasn't very good. Like musically, it sounded good. They didn't have a very good singer. He just didn't sound good to me, and they didn't. It just wasn't the same. So,
What's your favorite Pantera song?
ooh, that's hard. Let's see. I like Mouth for War. That's a great song. It's hard to tell anything off the second record, just about. Vulgar Display of Power. That's my favorite Pantera album.
That's a lot of people's favorite. There's a great meme of a cat hitting another cat, and then it has Vulgar Display of Power under it.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I love the song Suicide Note Part 1 that I gave you. But you got to be in like a mellow mood or something with no
Or
sharp
it
objects.
Yeah.
around. But yeah.
Turns out I don't like listening to a lot of songs about suicide. I like writing them.
You really only write one good song about suicide.
If you do it right.
Yeah. Which I have to say, Kurt Cobain really dropped the ball. Like, he didn't write a very good suicide note. He really should have tried again. Yeah, I went there.
Should have. Well, not really a suicide note as much of a.
As much as, it was just a Courtney Love written.
Hey, weird. This suicide note's in Courtney Love's handwriting.
The last part's in different handwriting.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not going to jump on that yet. Courtney
Hole is such a good band. You may be over.
You are the only person
I'm all I
on
want
earth
to be.
that has ever said those words in one sentence.
One of my favorite jokes from Beavis and Butthead Do America. Hole.
So, yay, nay? What'd you think about it?
I liked it. I
Okay.
should probably listen to part 2 to get the full picture.
Part 2
How many
is-
parts are there?
Just 2.
They should have done Shine On You Crazy Diamond and made like 9 parts.
Well, part 2 is like,
Suicide Note Part 9. So here I am thinking about killing myself again.
again. Yeah, part 2 is more Pantera. It is an angry, angry song.
That's what I figured it probably went into.
So now we're on
Prove I'll try again. White power.
Post Malone. This was Rockstar, correct?
Him and Ty Dolla $ign.
The
And
video
you didn't watch the video.
video was awesome.
The video was awesome.
I make one mistake. I'm the one keeping this ship in the lane, bro.
There's no lanes.
There are shipping lanes.
Yeah, but
Do you even boat, bro?
no. I bro boat though. It's the thing. Never own a boat. Just have a friend with one.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I would want a friend.
I don't
with a
even
yacht.
have any friends.
I know you don't. But well, apparently I just cut a lot of mine loose. But we're not going to talk about that.
If we're not going to talk about it, why'd you bring it up?
It was a brief joke. That was just for me and you. No, I finally got kicked out of the orphanage, so I can't work there anymore.
Yeah. To prove I'll try again.
Prove I'll try again. You know what's funny is or not funny, I don't know. When that song came out, I was actually I was living in Statesboro,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and that one of the rock stations in Savannah is what we picked up in Statesboro, and they played that song all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
all the time. I always heard that song on the radio.
Interesting. Did they play part 2 right after it?
No, they didn't play part 2 at all.
That sucks. It's
Part-
like you got to do it though.
Part
It's
2 is
like,
not radio friendly.
It's like you play "We Are the Champions" and then "We Will Rock You."
Yeah, I'm
Right
sick of that.
back at back. But it's the same thing.
I don't care.
All right.
Post Malone, Rockstar. You got anything to say about it before I get into it?
It's your turn. You're supposed to watch the video. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't have anything against Post Malone, and I don't dislike him. I'm trying to figure out why people in the metal community sing his praises so much, just because he says he loves metal.
He used to be in a metal band.
Yeah, but he's not now.
No, but I think he does have a deep appreciation for the music. I think he just found a different lane, and he enjoys this one. Like, he can like metal and rap music.
Well, yeah, I know that. And
not contradictory. This isn't skinhead metal.
I wasn't being anything against him. It was just, I don't dislike him, but this is like the second Post Malone song off the same record that I've listened
Bongs
to.
and Bentleys.
I mean, it's just, it's that mumble rap that
it's not mumble rap.
It's kind of mumbly. I thought it was mumbly.
No, there's like more mumbly. I'll show you actual mumble rap.
Oh God, I don't want.
You asked for it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did by not doing your research.
But anyway, it was all right. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
this is the life I want to live, Jonathan.
You can.
I just got excited when I heard Pop-Tarts.
I mean, even like giving like a little shout out to, you know, Bon Scott, even though he did it by quoting Back in Black. So he obviously got his AC/DC records.
What's that?
When he made some kind of Back in Black statement, and then he made a shout out to Bon Scott.
Oh yeah, Back in Black. A shout to Bon Scott.
Which Bon Scott was dead by then. And then he did a Jim Morrison shout out. See, I paid attention to what I should have.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, yeah. I mean, it kind of sounded like the other song you made me listen to by him. What was that one?
Psycho?
Psycho, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, nothing
It's
exciting.
almost like popular music's very formulaic these days.
It's, yes,
I like the song. It's cool. It slaps, as the kids say.
It didn't make
I
me
listen to it every once in a while.
It didn't make me want to, you know,
It's very well constructed.
shove an ice pick through my head.
There you go.
So that's
You
a
really
start.
should. You really should have watched the video.
Maybe I'll watch them like after I've really had a lot to drink.
Okay.
Maybe that was the
so
problem.
tonight, or tomorrow night, or Monday night, or Tuesday night.
Oh,
You're a drunk.
I don't care.
Just in case they didn't get it.
I'm still more interesting than some sober people I know.
Thanks. Why do you do that?
Oh no.
These are $350 microphones. Don't do that. Well, don't do that either. You have oil in your hands.
No, I don't. I just bleed booze. But anyway, I'll buy you a new fuzzy cover if I mess it up. I promise.
I'm going to start putting the windsock on it.
I don't care. I won't do it.
I'm going to make you chug the biggest Bud Light I can find. I hope I can find like a handle of Bud Light so I can make you chug a handle of Bud Light.
Awesome. But anyway.
You're not going to be able to taste anything but pennies for a couple of days after I'm done with you. That was always my big complaint about Bud Light. It just tasted like pennies. Did you ever have Bud Light Platinum?
No.
I don't know what preservative they had in that garbage, but it got you fucked up.
I quit drinking Bud
So
Light
fucked up.
when I was old enough to buy beer, and I could actually choose what I wanted to drink. Mm-hmm. I mean, I drink a lot of Bud Light or whatever I get my hands on, you know, in those pre 21 years. But we would drink 40s of Colt 45 when I was in college. You know what Colt 45 is, don't you?
And 2 zigzags. Maybe that's all we need.
And like Old English 800, it was called 8-ball.
OE.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we called it 8-ball back then.
I'm sorry you grew up poor.
I'm sorry you grew up rich.
I was just drinking Grey Goose.
I'm
out
sure
the
you
womb.
were.
That's right.
Well, when you have to
Low pH.
when you have to work for a living.
I don't like it. Makes my hands hurt.
Anyway, I was going somewhere and I forgot.
I'm sure that's a big thing in your life.
What? So I want to try to like Post Malone. I've tried to like Post Malone.
I don't
If that
think
helps.
he'll like him.
But I don't hate him.
That's good.
So
That's kind of how I feel about him. I like
Yeah.
his music. It's well constructed and it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate him. I think people just enjoy him for his music and his attitude. And I think he's a lot less abrasive than a lot of. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not.
Sorry, you're on my time.
We're not doing a podcast or anything.
What? I think people just enjoy him for being himself.
Yeah, and that's fine.
It doesn't seem like he's trying anything
fine.
really.
Like I said, I mean, I'm not a fan, but I don't have anything negative to really say. Let him keep being Post Malone.
I think you just don't like it when white people talk black. That's what I'm getting.
No,
Well, especially with Bhad Bhabie.
I don't like when
Hey,
people.
the bitch, what you fuck?
I don't like when people don't like enunciate words. I don't care what color you are and how you're talking. You know, it's like you literally sound like you had a severe head injury when you were a child and had to wear like special shoes and you're special ed.
Cash me outside. How about that?
See, that's I hate where world is going. This is why the aliens won't visit us.
But they do.
Yeah, but they don't visit people like that.
I would like to think that it's me visiting from the future. Just to say hey.
You don't have a future.
Not in this industry.
No. But I'll give it a thumbs wiggly up. I'll give it a
Wiggly
thumbs
up.
Wiggly
I like
up.
it.
Yeah.
Wiggly up.
Now we will move on to the final of the one I gave you. And I gave you this because this
Swang
is
on this.
swing
on this.
swing on
Swing on
this.
this. How about that?
No, don't do that to Alice in Chains. This is Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains shouldn't have done this to Alice in Chains.
No, it wasn't supposed to be anything serious.
Okay.
You're gonna knock this song the same person who just defended Gucci flip flops. It was just a
I
fun.
didn't defend Gucci flip flops. I defended the video for being funny.
Okay. So Alice in Chains on their second EP, Jarflies, which was
That's a good name. I like that.
it's a cool EP, and it's very somber EP, 7 songs. The 7th song is Swing on This, which is actually them cutting loose and not being so serious and making a swing-esque song. Mm-hmm. With stand-up bass and just like, just something completely different. Mm-hmm. Just to end a somber album on with something fun. And that's all it is. And, just a little something different.
I just feel bad because you just keep pitching Alice in Chains songs that I don't like.
Well, maybe they're not for you.
Probably not.
Yeah. But swing on this.
Are you gonna be mad if that Jerry Cantrell album doesn't impress me?
I'm worried it's not, and I'm almost like, maybe we should listen to it separately.
We can listen to it together.
Okay.
But just be prepared. I might not like it.
Well, I don't care if you like it or not.
That's not what you said last time.
I think it's an amazing record.
You said we were not going to be friends anymore.
We won't be. Doesn't mean we can't still do this. We're really not good friends now.
I'm your only friend now. Recent developments.
My wife still likes me.
I'm all you have. Keep talking that smack on Gucci flip flops, and I'll replace you with a pair.
But yeah, your opinion. I mean, just like I said,
It was okay. I didn't mind it. I just very acoustic this week, and that's probably why I got drowned out by this time. By this point, and it was like, fucking. It's like I want to hear what you hear in Alice in Chains, and I probably never will.
Probably not,
because I wasn't 16 in the 90s.
True.
So, just maybe it's its own special place and time.
Possible.
I'm gonna start a podcast with a 16-year-old in 16 years,
Whoa.
and let me finish. That's what I'm gonna tell him, and then I'm going to show him behead. He's gonna be. I just don't get it.
He's gonna be like, "Is this person retarded?"
There's no DJ sounds. That's the future of music. It's just DJ horns. Smells like ginger ale. Tastes like pennies.
Yeah. No, this actually tastes like nickels.
That's the inside of the can slowly eroding.
All right, so we'll move on.
Swang on the.
Well, he never says that in the song.
No, I know.
The title's a joke.
I know. I was doing the melody of Rockstar with Swing on This.
Moving along.
All right, back to Gucci Flip Flops one more time.
I want you to set this song up before I start talking about it.
Run the Jewels is a hip hop group consisting of Killer Mike and LP. Killer Mike hails from Atlanta, LP from New York. I think they have like 3 or 4 albums out now. They're a really cool rap group. I like them. I really like Killer Mike. I've listened to him. I was exposed to him on this Talib Kweli album. It's called the Lost One. It was like all these like B-side recordings that never got released. Mm-hmm. And he and Killer Mike were on this song together. Oh fuck, what was it called? Can't exactly remember, but it's a great song. So I really like Killer Mike. And at first I wasn't super impressed with Run the Jewels, but I just listened to him more and more, and then I really started to like him. Mm-hmm. And this was as of a couple of years ago, this was like the first new song that I got the chance to listen to, because I found out about them after they had been around for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, this is just a fun song for me. I really like it because it's dark but playful, and it would have been a lot better if you watched the music video, and because it's funny. They have him in like a jail, and they keep bringing him in for lineups, and they have like a Catholic schoolgirl and a nun and a business guy next to them, and they're in their hip hop gear and stuff, and they keep having people do the Run the Jewels. So it's funny. It's a funny video.
Yeah. Okay.
So you didn't like it. If you say you don't like it, you're racist. So
what?
Them's the rules. Gotta like everything that black people do. No, I'm just kidding. I think those are the rules now, though.
Well, I don't follow those
pertaining to
but
some people's opinions.
This song was actually a lot of fun.
Yay!
It was a lot of fun to listen to. The lyrics were a lot of fun. The beat was a lot of fun. Like the song was fun.
And LP produces most of the beats.
Okay. Yeah. No, this song was actually a lot of fun to listen to. I enjoyed listening to it. So you thought I was going to go like 3 for 3 duds, but no, sir.
No,
it was a lot of fun. And I've heard the name Run the Jewels. I just never knew what kind of music they made or who they were or anything like that. But yeah, it was a fun song, and I liked some of the darker lyrics. So,
well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm trying to do this thing. Hang on.
Hurrah. Raw.
Wow, that was impressive.
Let's try one more time.
Hooray.
Yay. I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you.
I think the other one was a Indian casino. Anyway, I don't remember. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, it's cool.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'll actually check that music video out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And then definitely check out, I also pitched Action Bronson's The Symbol, and then I remembered that it's on a mixtape, which is essentially where they use music and sometimes samples they don't have the rights to sort of promote themselves to a position where they can get actual producers to make the music that they can use and stuff.
Okay.
A lot of times mixtape artists, they'll like collaborate, and there'll be like 6 or 7 artists on a mixtape. It's a way for them to kind of get to the next level in their career, to sort of it's like bands making self-produced LP EPs to kind of prove to bars and shit that they can play their instruments so they can go and perform. The Symbol by Action Bronson's fucking hilarious. It's like it's shot like a 70s like Shaft. It's almost shot like the original Shaft. And he's like, beating up pimps and like making them beer bong ammonia and stuff. It's just fucking hilarious. So definitely check out The Symbol by Action Bronson.
Sounds like he ripped off Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
I don't know. I'm not familiar. The Who?
No, not The Who. The Beastie Boys.
From where?
Brooklyn.
Why?
Queens.
Uh-oh.
The Beastie Boys.
Sounds like a little bit of contention.
You know
What'd they make?
You've never heard of the Beastie Boys? Mm-mm. Wow. They're the three guys from...
Can't stand it. I know you're playing it. I always thought the next lyric was opposite sex this Watergate. I know
I
it's
almost
not
said
that.
it straight, this Watergate.
Oh, opposite sex this Watergate.
but no,
way better.
That's not the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's New Kids on the Block. You got it all wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
No.
Marky Mark and the Asian hate crimes. Feel it.
That's his fist is smacking in someone's face.
Feel it.
He only hits minorities. Or back then, he only hit minorities.
Yeah, now he just hits minority pussy.
Do you know who Donnie Wahlberg, the other Wahlberg brother?
The one in the police series.
Yeah.
Which one's he in? NYPD Blue? No.
Yeah.
Is he in that? No, he's not.
No,
He's-
Blue Bloods.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's in Blue Bloods, yeah.
Oh, and
Right.
then who's the main guy?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Magnum
yeah.
PI, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to watch that show, and it just got too repetitive.
A lot of racism.
It was just like, you got the whatever, the police commissioner for New York City, and like Donnie Wahlberg is his son, and he's a detective, and like one of his other sons is like a beat cop, and his daughter is like a district attorney. For the this is New York City. There's like millions,
Nepotism run wild.
but like every time like something happens, like all of them are involved. Like that's
Yeah.
impossible.
No, that's how New York works.
New York is not that small. It's a huge city.
Did you ever see Motherless Brooklyn?
No.
It's a movie that Edward Norton made.
Huh.
It's really good. He's a private eye who has Tourette's. It's got Bruce Willis in it. It's got Alec Baldwin. It's really good. Sam and I went and saw it, and
Okay.
it's kind of it's really well done, but it kind of has like a little indie vibe. Mm-hmm. But it's we'll watch it at some point. It's really good.
Yeah, so I like Edward
But
Norton.
that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's a little Blue Bloodsy, a little bit, kind of.
Oh, but anyway, do you know who he's married to?
Donnie Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Bhad Bhabie.
Jenny McCarthy.
Who?
Do you know who anybody is?
No.
Jenny
Have
McCarthy.
you listened to any of these episodes?
She started out like she was a VJ on MTV. She's an
what?
actress, a VJ.
What is that?
It's like a DJ, but it's a video jockey. That's what
What?
they call the people who are on MTV who put out the videos.
Oh.
They're called VJs.
Yeah, my generation has a different thing for that. It's called a YouTuber. Anyway, go ahead.
But you'll look up Jenny McCartney. You'll figure out who she is.
McCarthy or McCartney?
McCarthy, excuse me, not McCartney, not Paul's daughter.
Paul's daughter, Greg.
Greg McCartney.
A girl named Greg. So
Yeah.
I don't know who Jenny McCarthy is.
Look her up. You'll.
Does she have talent? Then why are you making fun of Bhad Bhabie?
Because Bhad Bhabie doesn't have talent.
Right, but does Jenny McCarthy?
Not really.
So why do you like her?
I don't.
Is this you're being mean? You're being mean to Bhad Bhabie because you really like Bhad Bhabie?
No, I think Bhad Bhabie is mentally challenged and
Oh, that's why you want to fuck her. No. Admit it here and now on the air that it's okay. She's over 18.
I would rather
Oh my God, I got to show you that guy
she's
later.
she's one of these people that if I was driving down the road and I saw her in the road, I would close my eyes and let fate decide.
Okay. Yeah. Just like one of those squirrels.
Since evolution apparently will not step in on her. Oh my God, she's just like terrible. If this is what the kids of today are into, our country is done.
Yeah. It is.
COVID's not going to take us out. This is taking us out.
Hopefully.
And these are people who get to vote and pick
Well,
our leaders.
unless they're felons, which they all claim to be, but I don't think any of them
Well,
are.
probably not. They probably still live in their mother's basement. And,
Right. That should be a felony.
Yeah. I believe that.
And then we get to sterilize you.
Yeah.
Talk about progressive politics.
Wow. I think
my
there was
new-
someone else who try to sterilize a race of people. It was Hitler.
That doesn't sound like something Hitler would do. Really misunderstood guy. I think if people got to know Hitler, they wouldn't mind Hitler so
I mean,
much.
he did have free summer camps. That's horrible.
Yeah. they got to swim and they got free movies. Free showers.
Yeah.
There you got it. There you go. Let that one sink in.
I got it.
Blood and soil. Blood and soil, or whatever. I feel like the one metalhead that accidentally showed up at the Charlestown riots or whatever. Was that it? Charlottesville.
Oh, yeah.
There's one metalhead guy there that doesn't know what's going on, and he's like, "Blood and thunder, blood and thunder, make Mastodon great again." Like, has no idea what's going on.
No, not at all. Yeah, but Mastodon was never not great.
That's true.
Yeah. Did we go through all of them already?
I think so.
Well, no. What are we going to do? We just got to talk?
Yeah.
Just look at each other?
What we're going to do is we're going to add to the playlist right now. And I'm actually going to let you add songs first.
Why are we adding?
Because this is going to be the first episode for next week that we're recording. And we're doing something a little different. Mm-hmm. So you're going to pick your 3 favorite bands. And you're going to pick a song that you want me to listen to by them.
Okay.
And we can take as much time and as much dead air as we need.
I was about to say, I thought I was going to turn this into you on Monday, but...
No, we're doing it now.
Okay, that's fine. I just need to get my reference.
The first song that I'm giving to you is Mother by Danzig, because I don't think you've heard it. So I want you to listen to it. It's a really important song to me.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Is this hip-hop? Is this
Yeah.
mumble
Yeah.
rap? Is
Yeah.
this Cash Me Outside?
Oh,
Yeah.
child.
Haha. I don't know, because I don't really like
Mark
music.
Lanigan looks like a real piece of shit, by the way.
No, he's awesome.
Okay, well, he looks like a piece of shit.
I'll be knocking on him. I like Mark Lanigan.
I'll be knocking him up later. Ooh.
Trust me, bro. He's a top. You're
Do you want
to
to do one favorite band to third favorite band, or third favorite band to favorite band?
It doesn't matter. I won't do them in
Yeah.
any order.
Okay.
I mean,
Wow, this is really hard for you.
well, I'm trying to find, like, I've got a playlist of, like, my favorite songs by my favorite bands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm organized, brah. Brah. Plus,
You know who else was organized?
Hitler.
Hitler. Yeah.
Plus, picking out, like, my favorite, it's like my 3 favorite bands right now, as opposed to my 3 favorite bands in an hour, because it changes.
Like your sexual identity or whatever.
Oh,
I identify as Carrot Top.
well. Plus, I think some of the songs,
That's why I got all these props.
some of the things I like, you've already heard, like the bands.
The band Perry.
No, Trish loves that band though,
Yeah.
but they're not my favorite band. I'm just rolling it through my head now. My bands, my songs, I'm running them through my head. Why are you looking at me like that? Can I not put my phone here next to your
I
collectibles?
thought you were looking for stuff.
No, I don't. That'll take too long. I can just pull it out of my head.
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
What are you doing?
I already have it.
Well, Sam, you go
No,
first.
you're going first.
Why do I have to go first?
Because you don't ever get to go first.
I know, because it's always about you.
That's why I'm making an exception.
It's about you.
Trying to be nice to you.
I know. It's just so weird that you're being nice.
Yeah.
Do I have cancer?
I'm I'm going to give it to you.
I don't think you're the one that's going to give me cancer.
Wow. When I make you chug that Bud Light later, you'll rethink that.
I think there are a lot of things in line ahead of you going, nah, bro, we were here first.
Camel's like, we got this.
Three favorite bands, three favorite songs. Okay. First up, and I know I talk smack on this guy, but this is a great song. Sorry, I can't change who I am on the inside.
Okay.
Megadeth, the song Rust in Peace. Polaris.
I was actually typing in the song. Rust in Peace?
Rust in Peace, ... Polaris is the actual name of that song.
Remastered 2?
No, don't listen to the remastered. You got to find the original.
Rust in Peace, Polaris. Demo? Remastered?
No. I guess we'll have to listen to the remastered version.
Rust in Peace. Fuck. I think I'll just go to Megadeth. Mm-hmm. No, this is how I'll do it.
I think the only one you can find on Spotify or anywhere is the remastered version, which it isn't too much different from the original.
What was the album?
Rust in Peace.
Okay. So Rust in Peace, 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they really like their remasters.
No, Dave Mustaine remastered like the whole catalog.
Yeah, I got Rust in Peace Polaris remastered 2004.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It doesn't sound too different, but what he did was he remastered and remixed them.
Okay.
And so it doesn't sound the same as, well, you know how that stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay, but it's okay.
Okay.
I'm still not okay.
Baby, you want to cry?
A little bit.
All right, go ahead. Wait, stop. $350 microphones. I'm going to actually start getting mad.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You can put a sock over it. Okay, oh, no, number 2. Good Lord. See, like, Alice in Chains is one of my favorite bands.
Okay, pitch a good song. This is your opportunity.
Okay.
Should I go ahead and go to Alice in Chains?
Yeah, Alice in Chains. The song is Wood.
What album?
Dirt.
I've listened to this.
See?
That's okay. I don't remember it.
Okay.
Wood. No, it's actually wood?
Wood. It's a question.
No, it's wood. You have to say it like that. Wood?
Wood?
All right. Next band. Down in a Hole. That's Alice in Chains, right?
Yeah. Same album.
Is that actually... Wait, what am I... Oh, I was thinking of Black Hole Sun by...
Soundgarden.
I was thinking of like making that joke work.
Well.
Spoon Man. Come together with a man.
It's with my plan.
All my friends are brown and red.
All my friends are Indians. All my friends are brown. That's the lyrics.
I know.
Okay. I got one more, but like the problem with this band is...
What band is it?
Poison Black.
Poison Black?
Yeah, a lot of their stuff's not on Spotify because it was only released in Europe.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Poison Black, one word.
Mm-hmm.
Got Rush. I'm going to put that on there. No, just kidding. What is it? What album?
What albums do they have available?
Lust Stained Despair.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Let me see what our choices are. Excuse me. Is this the one that's got the... No. Is there another one? I got this.
You sure?
Oh, Rust and Bones is on here. Ooh. You just never see Poison Black on any kind of streaming. You know.
Welcome to the most interesting segment we've ever done.
Well, you just kind of threw this on me, like...
I'm pretty sure I said we'll pitch them on the podcast.
Okay, maybe you did. I've had a rough week, okay?
Sounds like
a
it.
lot. Oops. Sorry.
Menopause looks really fun.
Well, it's not the album. The album I want isn't on here, so it's just not gonna happen. All right, let me just pull
what band
something.
should I go to then?
Let me pull something out of my hat. I'm not even wearing a hat. for once.
That's kind of a hat.
It's a headband.
It's a gay hat.
Well, I got out of your closet next to you.
Yeah. This is really hard for you.
Well, my faves change all the time. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Like, I don't have just like 3 favorite band songs always on deck. It's always like something that changes. Depends on what mood I'm in, what time of year it is. You know,
what time of the month it is. God. It's another menopause joke, or a leading up to menopause joke. Is that just when you're out of eggs? You're just done.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know much about.
I'm not the right
stuff.
person to talk to about that.
Up until a couple of years ago, I thought that ovulation just meant wet.
Oh, I light a candle for your fiance every day. Just like, God,
me too.
Please. Let's see. Let's throw something out there. Oh, and you're gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. Anthrax. The song is Only.
No, I wanna like Anthrax. What album?
Sound of White Noise.
Expanded edition.
Yeah, that's fine. They didn't like remaster or remix it, so it sounds the same.
Sound of White Noise. Only.
Okay.
Add to playlist. Playlist DC. Okay.
All right.
And I add mine.
And what do you got?
Greens and Blues by the Pixies.
I guess I better add these to my playlist.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You guys just, this will be
Just
a
talk
time
among yourselves.
when you need to go to the bathroom or something.
Just leave this running for whatever reason.
Greens and Blues. And see, the thing is, like, what I gave you today, it'll, like, change tomorrow. But
Well,
it's too
not
late.
anymore.
It's too late. It's all right. Greens and... Oh, there's Greens and Blues. Add to playlist by the Pixies. All right, that's done. All right, give me an Erden.
Remember a Day by Pink Floyd.
You like Pink Floyd?
A little bit.
Actually, I have that in my library already. What album is that off of?
Saucer Full of Secrets.
That's right. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, Pink Floyd.
Do they have to be bands or can they be solo artists?
It can be whatever. You made the rules.
I did them
What
the
I
rules.
say? Remember a Day. Okay.
This Train Don't Stop There Anymore by Elton John.
Elton John.
Happy Pride Month.
What album is that off of?
Songs from the West Coast.
Okay. I don't think I have that, so I'll find it. I like Elton John. So, This Train Don't Stop Here No More.
Don't Stop There Anymore.
Okay.
I thought you liked it when people use proper English.
I do.
Just not when you use proper English.
Well, I was
It don't stop around there, y'all, anymore.
songs. Oh, this is a newer record.
I mean, like 2005. But
2001. Oh, I don't listen to anything that he put out past
past what?
70 something.
Yeah.
Sorry. There. All right, good. We got that done.
Yeah. So this will be the first episode for next week. We'll
Okay.
pitch the second thing Monday. We'll get ready to record too.
Yeah, because we're going to crunch because we're going to a rock and roll show in a few weeks.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah. I'm just debating if I should go for 2 out of 5 bands.
That's up to you.
I guess it would technically be 4 out of 5 bands. I have a real problem with going to shows if I'm not interested in the headliner, though. Because I've done that before. I went to go see Pixies open for Weezer, and everybody was there for Weezer, and then I had a realization. I was like, oh, nobody's here for Pixies except for me.
Well, the way I see it, and I'm not knocking the bands I want to see, and I'm definitely not, this is not talking about the 2 opening bands by any means, but of the 3 like main bands, I mean, these bands are already like way past their prime.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thing.
So like the fans there are just gonna just be there. Mm-hmm. Like no one is like chomping at the bit for Puddle of Mud to take the stage.
Well, that's kind of the thing is like, it's like, how much are tickets again?
$30, something like that. I paid more money for tickets to sit through 4 or 5 bands and only like one band. But I mean, that's your choice. I'm not your boss. You don't want to go? I'm still going.
I don't want to go so I can talk shit though.
Well, I'm gonna do a little. If you go for the fans of this podcast, I'm gonna do a little.
For the fan of this podcast,
I'm gonna do a little. Filming around. We'll post it on. Maybe I'll do a special.
That sounds fun. I'll go for that.
Yeah, we'll be filming each other.
For that. I'm not gonna film you. I don't want to scare people away.
They've been looking at me for 14 episodes.
Most people think this is audio only. I've been trying to convince people of that, actually.
I mean, if they'll look at you.
Yes.
I'm not nearly.
This isn't even a podcast. It's a way for me to promote my OnlyFans. I'm going to clear $1 million as soon as I open that.
Go right ahead.
And then I can pay for your back surgery.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Working on it.
No, I just want the fat off your back.
There's no fat on my back.
When was the last time you looked at your back?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You literally look like a Lego man when they stick the fake hair on top of it.
Yeah. You sound worse than you smell.
You're going to die alone.
Yeah. Okay. I've accepted that. I'm going to crawl under a porch like my golden retriever.
Wow.
You like that?
I like it.
Maybe you'll quit pitching songs about suicide now.
Why'd your golden retriever commit suicide?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I never took him on a walk.
Wow. Well, how did he get the gun?
Hung himself with a guitar string, a sugar deck, and hanging from a chicken wing.
God. We're not quoting back on this show.
Yes, we are.
Then I'll start.
How do you say the chorus? Corridor and Panador. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? And then I killed my dog. Like Son of Sam. What do you want to rap on?
I don't know.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
We have a really cool thing that you could talk about.
But we're not going to.
All right. You brought it up.
No, I didn't. And we're not going to talk about it. There's certain things about me that me and you talk about, but they're not for
everyone. I've actually started playing the playlist we've talked about with it on silence, so it just runs through it constant. I'm trying to get it over 1,000 plays. Yeah. I'm really excited. I want to see how long it takes.
I am, and we'll keep it this way, but I am excited that we haven't brought up our favorite musician this whole podcast.
We can't. I won't allow it.
We always bring him up. We never bring him up today. I'm proud of us. We're doing good.
Aaron Lewis? Yes, we did. We brought him up like twice.
Robbie Six String.
Oh, yeah.
I now had to bring him up.
Well, there you go. I was thinking about him this whole time. That thing you sent me this week.
You like that?
Fuck no. There's
now the ball's rolling.
How long has he been playing music?
Oh, probably about 20 years.
Here's the thing.
Maybe longer.
I feel bad about saying this, but even on your fun little social media post, if you can't come in on your own count off after 20 years of playing music, it's time to stop. And that's not, it's time to stop spending money. Like, I don't care if it makes you happy. You're done. Whatever you have now, that's where you're at. Because that's really fucking sad to me.
Yeah.
And it's not to posture up and say I could be a much better musician than I am. And that's just a fact. But I can come in on my own count off.
Yeah.
And it really is heartbreaking. And as we've talked about, it seems like there's an enabling factor there.
There is.
And that's what's really fucked up. Mm-hmm. Is like people are going to keep charging him money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be like that. And if he gets enjoyment out of it, more power to him. But he should never buy another guitar that costs more than $300. Mm-hmm. He should spend no money on any sort of recording outside of what he wants to do himself.
Yeah.
Like this guy still like has thoughts of making it, right?
Yeah. He still thinks he's going to be a big rock star.
I know you're music adjacent, but as a musician, I can't express to you how deeply depressing this is. And I know we joke about it and it's hard not to, but that video really opened my eyes to a lot of things because first of all, he didn't come on his own count off. That was the first real big mistake. Also, never put up music you're working on.
Right.
Just don't do it. We've all made that mistake. We're all going to make that mistake. Stop. Unless it's like and I mean this, a little snippet of something to get people excited. Do not play half your song.
Right.
Don't do it. There's no reason to. Second thing, he obviously bit off of an extremely popular band. Mm-hmm. And not only that, their most popular song.
Yeah.
And then the third is whatever he was doing, like the section that he ended with, he didn't resolve the chord when he ended. Mm-hmm. He kind of did when he went up to the natural harmonic a little bit, but it's not correct. It's not quite right. Like all he had to do was play the second chord, and it would have resolved. But he left it hanging on an unresolved note, and that gives me a headache. Mm-hmm. It's so sad. It's so sad, and
I think that
it kills me because I know so many people like this.
And it's not. It's not his fault. And we've discussed this. He has people who are enabling him for the wrong reasons,
and that's what's fucked up.
And that's not cool. And they are, and because I don't think he realizes, aside from me and you, and we at least have some kind of decency to how we approach this.
Yeah,
and we do have a decency to it.
Yeah. And I know you fuck with me, like, oh, one day he's going to be on the podcast. I'm like, don't fucking do it because it's so mean.
Never do that,
I know you wouldn't,
yeah.
and I know you're fucking with me, but
there are
we
people
we would never actually do that.
No. But there are people who are actually really like hurtfully, making a joke out of him. I know that's happening,
and like squeezing money out of him.
Yeah, I mean, just from what I've heard from good sources that they're doing things. It's not being cool. Really not cool. And he doesn't know this.
Is this like the people closest to him?
Oh,
for real.
Yeah. Like,
which is funny because, okay, we'll just go ahead and say it. These are the musicians who play with him, I'm guessing.
Either now or in the past have played with him.
Because they're not that good either.
No, they're terrible.
Yeah,
they're just the thing is they're just as bad as he is.
And it's like, haha, he's the butt of the joke because he's the front man, but hey, you don't play nearly as well as you think you do.
And they don't have an excuse for being that terrible.
This is like the C this is like the C students picking on the people in remedial English. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, you're not that much fucking better.
But yeah, they've been bad to him, and I'm glad we're not saying any names because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But
I don't want to get in trouble either.
Apparently, they introduced him to drugs, and this is not someone who. This has been a while back, and this is not someone that you do that to.
Oh, so they're just straight up like borderline criminal.
Possibly.
Cool. Just dealing with sociopaths. That's awesome.
So
really fun joke, guys. Those were always my favorite people who like, without the person's knowledge, slip them like pot brownies or LSD or mushrooms, and then you just admit it to the person mid trip. Really cool.
I think maybe they told him what it was, but I don't think he had the mental capacity to understand exactly what was going on.
Well, that's fucked up.
If that makes sense to you.
Kind of.
Yeah. So I do have kind of shifting gears.
Please.
But it's I have another friend. We're not like good friends, but he is and I don't want to say anything about it because I actually want to introduce some of his music to you on podcast.
Okay.
Totally different from this individual.
Gotcha.
By all means. But he is went to high school together, and he started his musical career about 30 years ago when he was in high school. Now, they've got some, they've put out some albums, played a lot, never really made it big, but they're still doing it 30 years later. And they actually, as a band, have talent. Mm-hmm. But the fact that, I'm sure he would love to get that call one day and get, the $1 million check and whatnot. But 30 years down the road, they all have legit jobs, but they're still making really cool music. Mm-hmm. And they're grounded in reality and still living that rock and roll dream.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for this individual. And I know a couple people that play with him now that I have a lot of respect for. And same area of the world that they're from. Mm-hmm. So
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. North Kazakhstan.
Sorry.
Sir. But that's just what a contrast of a group of people who do have talent and have been plugging away at all these years, but plugging away enough to where they're enjoying it and they're doing something, but not giving up all their everything that the real world requires them to do to become musicians. I mean, this other individual, he obviously doesn't work. He doesn't have to pay bills, so.
It's sad.
It is.
It's sad. And it's an interesting thing because I personally, if let's say there was somebody like this in our scene, in the music scene down here, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't necessarily want to be the person telling him hey, you should really consider quitting this. Mm-hmm. But I also wouldn't be the person hey, yeah, come record at my studio and pay me this much money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a fine line. And I think sometimes it's one of those things. If people ask me for advice, I'll tell them what I think. Mm-hmm. If they ask me, which oftentimes they don't. So it's really hard, but I just try to hold my tongue as much as possible because if they don't ask, I don't think they want to hear it. Mm-hmm. And I feel the same way. I don't ask people's advice unless they're way better than I am, and I really need help.
Yeah.
But you know this about I don't ask things much unless I want to hear. If not, I don't. There's not an answer I want to hear, but I want to hear the honest truth. And I've we've talked before.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how I operate. Is if I'm afraid of an answer I might get, I just want to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got done with that show this week, and immediately after the showcase ended, a guy came up to me and was like, "Here's how I think this joke would work better." Not a comic, just a guy in the crowd, and I was like, "Oh, I've got an entire career of this to look forward to."
Which I don't get
so
that.
Funny. It was my first real quote unquote show where I got booked to perform. I didn't get paid, but I got booked, which felt good because I've only been doing comedy for a couple weeks. And immediately a guy's like, "Hey, here's how you should do this joke." It's cool. It's not I thought about it or anything.
Because that's what I always like to do whenever I watch someone do something better than what I can do.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I always like to tell them how they can do it better. Anytime I go to a show, someone's a musician, I always like to tell them how much, what could make their set better, their show better. Because that's exactly what they want to hear.
And here's the thing. So week before, I did an open mic, and one of the longtime members of the scene down here killed it. Crushed in a way that I haven't seen at an open mic before or since, and it was just a week ago. But I mean, unreal. He lit this room on fire. And after the show, comedians we kind of "Oh, I really liked your set." I usually I'll tell somebody, "Oh, I really like that bit." I won't tell them how to make it work or anything. I'm just "Oh, I really like that bit." But he happened to be standing next to the person I was talking to. I was like, "That was incredible. I've never seen anything like that. That was awesome." And he turned to me and he was like, look, I'm not going to kiss your ass. But he said, I've watched you progress over the past couple weeks, and you're not the best I've ever seen, but I've watched you get better each week, and that's what's exciting. And to have the guy that crushed the hardest that night say that to me, I feel like was the inspiration for me to go into the showcase the next week and really be as funny as I could be. And that was awesome. But I didn't ask for his advice, and he didn't give me any. He just said that, and that's fine.
Yeah,
he wasn't like. I mean, even that guy, I wouldn't have really appreciated him being like, "Here's how you need to do this joke." But I could appreciate it more than the guy who doesn't do comedy coming up to me after the show. Who, by the way, he opened with, "I know you didn't ask me, but here's how this joke would work better." I'm just.
And I would have been like, "You should have stopped at I know you didn't ask me."
Yeah.
Because trust me, I don't like free advice if I don't ask for it.
It's rough.
If you can do it better than me, then
No, by all means.
I will step aside and let you get up there and do it.
And don't get me wrong. So this musician we're talking about, I'm not here to goaltend anybody's dreams.
Right.
Do whatever you can, but it sounds like there's a lot of kind of borderline evil shit going on. Not evil, but there's some shady shit going on around it, and that's not cool.
No, and it's telling, and just knowing some of the people that surround themselves in this, I'm not surprised, and it's just like, don't, like you said, you've got the C students who are playing with the remedial kid just because it makes the C students look smarter,
and they think they're frickin' rock stars because of it.
Yeah, and they're terrible. In fact, honestly, like that one clip we saw, and we're not giving anything away because it's just something we're not going to do. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you saw the clip, but there was the band
Yes
was covering a famous song,
Yes.
and the other band member was singing.
And it was
horrible.
It was almost worse.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
So you know what? Watch how you treat people, because you could be just as bad.
Yeah, this is that whole like people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
But yeah, he butchered and
shitty
ruined.
musicians shouldn't make fun of other shitty musicians.
And he butchered and ruined that song.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, bro.
I guess you're just what I needed.
So, well, let's find something on a high note to end on.
Dude, do you want to hear something super embarrassing? So I went to an open mic around town, music open mic night. This was the week after you came to my open mic night. This was a separate open mic night, and I didn't know that it had changed quite as much as it used to. So my friend used to run it, and then I was told that this band ran it. So Sam and I show up, and it's not quite what I thought it was. Like, this band is like doing like the Mustang Sally kind of thing, getting it's a really old crowd. Like, Sam and I were the youngest people in there by about 25 years. And it's this band, you can tell that this band, like, they've been playing music for a bit, and it's all like it's the set guys, you come in and you play the form kind of thing. And I was like, oh, well, I'll play Purple Haze and have a good time. And I didn't realize the disconnect of like, I was playing, back when I was playing with the band, I was playing Purple Haze in a fun way, which was like, I was playing with jazz musicians who were like, let's fucking do whatever. And these guys are like, no, we're playing the record, Purple Haze, right? And so I get into the middle of the solo, and I'm like, I'm trying to get the bass player to play something, and he's like, what are you talking? There's no bass solo in Purple Haze. And I was like, okay. So I look at the drummer, I'm like, you want a solo? And he's like, what are you talking? There's no drum solo in Purple Haze. And I just was like, okay. So I tried to wrap back into it. I was all confused with the form because they want to play the form. I don't want to play the form.
That's boring.
Well, and it was like, it was so bad. And it was on me. It was 100% on me. I got to tell you.
You got to read the room.
It was bad. And the open mic guys were like, oh, I took the guitar off and I handed it back to the guy whose guitar it was. And they were like, you sounded good. You should come back. I was like, fuck this. And I just walked out. And I will never be entering that establishment on open mic night ever again. And it was 100% on me. I had 3 or 4 red flags pop up where I was like, I should call it. I just shouldn't play. Because I didn't want to play my stuff. This band was just playing Tennessee whiskey, and everybody's super into it. The last thing they want to hear is my stuff.
True.
Or they played Mustang Sally or whatever,
Yeah.
and all these old broads are whipping out the Nuva rings. And I'm trying to fuck tonight. I'm gonna fuck one of these long-haired Tybee dwellers for sure. And I just I should have called it then. And I was like, oh, I remember Purple Haze. Next red flag. I haven't played Purple Haze in 8 months. Next red flag. I haven't listened to Purple Haze in 8 months. And then the final red flag is like, oh, I don't have any other follow-up songs. And these guys probably only play the form.
Yeah.
So that was super embarrassing. Lesson learned.
You learned
That's
it.
why I do comedy now.
All right. You want to put a bow on this baby?
Sure. We'll make it greens because I'm not gonna genderize my baby. I'll tenderize my baby, but I don't know what that even means.
That's fine. Green's one of my favorite colors. So
Meat hammer.
Meat hammer.
Yeah.
I heard they're playing at Victory North in a couple of months.
Yeah, they're opening for Cum Sponge.
Yeah, that's
They're
a
opening
new,
for Sloppy Joe's Seconds.
that's that Christian rock band. That's
They got that new song, Nail Me to a Cross. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Let's check in on Dennis next week.
Who's Dennis? Dennis Leary?
Dennis, our friend from last week that we called.
Yeah. His name's not Dennis, by the way.
I know.
I don't remember what it is, but it's Dennis now. All right, buddy.
Oh, I'm not allowed to play with the golf ball?
Sure.
Ha ha. Now someone's going to step on it and trip.
Love you, buddy.
I love you.
Bye, guys.
Rock on.
Check, check. There we go. Thank you. I hope you enjoy my racist, sexist comedy. I like black people. Couple. Good. It's time. It's time. I like black people, but I don't feel like black people fully trust me. Not with this haircut, anyway. Probably not with this shirt either, but definitely not with the haircut. They look at me and they're like, this dude's like half a skinhead. He's not a full skinhead, but he just needs a little nudge in the wrong direction. I like to call this haircut the Hitler Youth Recruiter. You can also call it the punk rock pineapple, if you prefer. I was going to shave it all, but my girlfriend said she needed something to grab onto when she pegs me. So, a little bit of leverage, right? No, seriously, I was going to go for the skinhead look, but there wasn't a hairdresser in town that would accept that terminology. I walked in and I was like, hey, give me a skinhead. And they were like, sir, are you fucking serious? I said, how yeah. What, you guys don't like history? Come on now. It gets worse from here. Don't you go soft on me now. I'm kind of done with the mask. Anybody else done with the mask? I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. I've switched back so quick. I won't wear a mask in the store. I won't wear a mask when I commit a crime. I won't wear a mask at an orgy. Raw dog and all three. That's what we need to get back to, America. Make America raw dog again, right? The message that everybody needed to hear in this time of crisis. So I just started the, back on math. So, it happens. Calm the fuck down. So I do have to still wear a mask when I'm on the clock at my job. It's unfortunate, but I like my job. I enjoy getting paid, so I kind of have to do what the boss says. And the boss is a stickler for masks. To be honest, she's kind of a cunt. So I work for my mom. And, it's weird. It's weird
family business, especially when that business is the adult film industry. Yeah, you know, it's odd. I don't want to get anybody into trouble, so I'm not going to say the name of it, but, you know, we're like the mom and pop porn hub. So, we're like the mom and pop porn shop, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not going to say the name, but when I take over, if I'm going to name it based on my experience, it's going to be called Boundary Issues. I wrote that entire joke just so I could say mom and pop porn shop, because it's fun to say. I just started the Carnivore Diet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. Anybody? No? Yeah. It's pretty easy to follow. Essentially all it is I can't eat a girl out unless she's on her period. Like, not yet, baby. Not until it's that time of the month. I like my steak like I like my women, medium rare, little pink, little bloody in the center, you know what I'm saying? So it's really... He didn't like that one at all. I told you it was going to get way worse. So it's really cool. I think nowadays there's high school aged kids that are involved in a lot of fads, a lot of trends, and I think it's interesting because a lot of these fads were popular when I was in high school. So, for example, like a lot of what we would do was based around rappers and hip-hop artists because they were kind of setting the trend and that was what they were cool. The kids have adopted a lot of these traits, but it's for completely different reasons, and it's really interesting to watch. So, for example, back when I was in high school, kids would wear baggy clothes because that's what a lot of rappers were wearing, that's what a lot of hip-hop artists were wearing, baggy clothes. And nowadays, kids wear baggy clothes because they're trying to like desexualize themselves, and I think that that's great. Also, when I was in high school, we would speak with slurs and we would use a lot of slang. We did it because hip-hop artists and rappers were doing it. Nowadays, kids are talking with slurs, and I'm pretty sure it's because of whatever's in vape juice. Like, it's not as safe as we thought it was. Back in my day, we would walk with a limp. Like, you know, that wasn't a good example, so just don't pay it. But we would walk with a limp, right? So we would walk with a limp because rappers, hip-hop artists, they were walking with a limp. Nowadays, when kids walk with a limp, it's because of the last school shooting. Oh, come on. They're the lucky ones. Some of them aren't walking at all. Guys, thank you so much.